Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter Barber. I'm primarily a professional opera singer, music producer, bass vocalist, and the host of the podcast Vocal Arts with Peter Barber. Today we're going to be watching a live performance of Tennessee Whiskey, one of Chris Stapleton's most famous and celebrated songs. It is an absolutely incredible piece. I'm, an absolute mega fan of Chris Stapleton, but I have not seen this live performance, so I'm excited to break that down. Guys, this is a reaction and analysis, so I will be pausing frequently to talk about vocal technique primarily, as that is where my expertise lies. And with the ultimate goal of giving you guys as much value and enjoyment to your listening experience. And if you find that I am doing that, please do consider joining my Patreon for as little as $3 a month. It's the best way to support me as a creator. Otherwise, please do like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. That's super helpful for the channel. Two other quick things. You may be wondering why I am in a tank top and not wearing my hat is because there's no AC in the building I'm in, and it is heat of summer out here in California, and it is ridiculously hot. So I'm already going to be sweating, but I'm trying to sweat a little bit less by not wearing the normal long sleeve and hat like I do in most of my videos. So here we are. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm very excited to watch this performance for the first time and, of course, listen and analyze. Let's get to it. A major.
Used to spend my nights out in the barroom.
Ooh.
Liquor was the only love I'd known.
Seriously, one of my favorite voices on planet Earth, Chris Stapleton. Apparently he was a songwriter in Nashville for like a decade before people really started recognizing him as a singer, like a good vocalist. I'm like, how could you have missed this guy? There's just an absolute mega talent, such a unique voice, crazy vocal control, and just a brilliant songwriter. I mean, like, just top of the line every angle you look at. So let's listen back a little bit more, and then I'll talk about his voice and his vocal timbre especially.
Used to spend my nights out in the barroom.
Used to spend my nights out in the barroom. So he often opens up his vowels a lot, the big open vowels, night instead of night. It is there that very kind of forward frontal country. You know what I mean? It's right there. It's right in them resonators, and it does keep a nice buzz in the sound. It keeps a brightness in the sound. And Chris's voice also has a kind of natural grit to it, which basically means normally the vocal folds are oscillating very smoothly like this. If you hear a smooth tone like doo, doo, if you hear tones like that, the vocal folds are just oscillating very normally. With Chris's voice, with voices with grit, you get a little bit of disturbance in that phonation, which causes that noise is what the actual term for it is. In addition to the tone you hear, the pitch, which means the vocal folds are vibrating, they're coming together, you also get what's called noise, which is not periodic. If we want to get into sound waves and stuff, it doesn't repeat perfectly like phonating does, like regular sound waves do. And Chris always has a little bit of that grit in his sound, which is part of what gives his voice that distinctive kind of gravelly, gritty sound. And you hear it especially when he goes up into his upper chest belt range. You hear it more clearly, that kind of grit, and it's freaking awesome. So pay attention to that. Think about that while he's singing here.
Used to spend my nights out in the barroom.
So that's pretty clean. That's mostly clean. There's not too much of that gravel yet.
Liquor was the only love I'd known.
Liquor was the only love I'd known. It's more on the open vowels you hear it. When he's in a more closed vowel position with his mouth, you don't hear the grit quite as much. It is more based around when he opens up, more volume comes through. And naturally, the vocal folds have a tougher time staying together with efficiency on open vowels. They actually come together better on smaller vowel positions, oohs, e's. And then that's why a lot of singers like myself use what's called SOVT vocal exercises to start a training session. That's called semi-occluded vocal tract, because your vocal folds phonate better. They have a better time coming together on a voiced consonant like an or a v or a th. That actually helps the vocal folds come together. So this is exemplified really well in usually just anything outside of the opera world where the voice hasn't been trained to stay hyper efficient all the time. Often singers, when singing naturally, will experience a little more difficulty keeping that really efficient sound when they open up to ahs, ohs, as opposed to oohs and e's. So, and you can hear that in Chris's voice. He gets a little more of that grit in the sound when he opens up to the more open vowels.
Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone.
Also, this is live, and he sounds like he does in the recording, which, if you haven't done this before, it's hard to explain what and why it's difficult to sing in tune live, but one reason for sure is just the overall performance aspect of it. Also, he does have in-ear microphones, which helps for the balance of the band. So you can hear what's happening all around you. If you're in a big arena or something and there's going to be echo, you don't want to be dealing with that, or you're gonna start getting behind the beat and the tempi are going to be way off. It's just difficult. It's also difficult to sing in tune with headphones on. Often when recording studio sessions, singers will be pretty out of tune. Then, of course, in post-processing, you tune everything to sound like it was perfect. But it's difficult to sing perfectly in tune in a non-acoustic setting. So it's much easier in like a chamber choir setting. You've got no distractions. It's just you, the voices. There's no amplification. There's none of that. It's just you blending with other voices. Much easier in that situation. Much more difficult in a big performance setting, especially when you throw in stuff like choreography and dancing. Like, try to sing in tune when you're running around, jumping around, doing dancing and stuff. It's almost impossible. That's why unfairly big performers like, a Taylor Swift or a Katy Perry will get a lot of heat from the fan base for not singing as well live. That's why it's much, much, much more difficult to sing live when you're doing far more than just singing on that stage. ChrisStapleton obviously not doing choreography, but just a testament to his musicianship that he's perfectly in tune. Absolutely perfectly in tune. And I want to comment on one other vocal thing, but I want to go back a bit first.
But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom.
There he did it. Bottle. He does this thing where he'll attack a note. In classical music, you'd call it a sforzando, where you attack a note pretty hard, but then quickly pull back to a much softer sound. He does that on bottle. Instead of bottle, he goes bottle, and then like completely pulls it off. If my microphone didn't compress that too much, you'll clearly hear the difference.
But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom.
He does it here again in a second.
And brought me back.
Back instead of back, and like pulls way off it.
And brought me back from being too far gone. You're right smooth.
I believe that's his wife, yes?
Tennessee whiskey.
Oh. Absolutely flawless harmonization. I believe his wife does perform with him often, so I think that is her, although I haven't seen her in a while, so I can't remember exactly what she looks like, but from what I remember, I believe that is his wife. If I'm wrong, comment below. No harm done.
Too far gone. You're right smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
You're right sweet.
Sweet strawberry wine.
Strawberry wine.
Strawberry wine. Here comes the riff.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy.
The well-deserved, hyper-famous riff. You're as warm. No, what is it? Let me try to remember it. And also notice when he, like I said earlier, when he gets up into that upper chest belt range, on that open vowel, you're as warm. So much grit in the sound. That's where like all the grit comes out. Whoa, it's a glass of brandy. It's something like that. I think it goes down in threes. You're as warm. No, the first two are threes. Then I think it goes to four. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. It's something like that. I need to learn this riff so I can bust it out. I didn't quite have it. It was close.
And honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
Slight differences there from the recorded version. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time is the recorded version, but they added a couple little riffs there in harmony, which is very cool for this live performance.
And honey, I stay stoned
on your love.
all the time.
Hell yeah.
Look for love in all the same old places, y'all.
Oh, way different from the original. The original the second verse is very similar to the first verse. That was a radical shift. Awesome.
Look for love in all the same old places, y'all.
So he stays in time getting to the next phrase by compressing all of that text together right at the end. Also, only Chris Stapleton can pull off something like that. Just going, I live and love in all the same old places. It's just like, the man's got soul. I don't know if you guys watched my analysis of his Star Spangled Banner, which I will leave here. My favorite Star Spangled Banner of all time, hands down, absolutely incredible. And the amount of soul that this man puts into his singing is inspiring and freaking incredible. And this is that soul where it's like really going off kind of the formal structure of the song and just feeling it, just adding his artistry to it.
Look for love in all the same old places, y'all. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm tearing up. That's Chris Stapleton. So you can tell, again, the higher he gets in that chest belt range, the more that grittiness really starts to come out. How high did he get there? Holy shit.
Look for love in all the same old places, y'all. Found the bottom of the bottle's
Found a bop. F sharp.
always dry.
A. C sharp. High C sharp, which he's connected. It's in chest voice. he's not using any kind of mix, and so it's just chest, 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 and the vocal folds are like, bruh, stop. And it gets really, really gritty and has this just such a powerful, like, raw effect.
Look for love in all the same old places, y'all. Found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. Yes, it is now. But when you pull it out your heart,
Not even playing guitar anymore. Just singing.
'Cause there's nothing like your love to give me.
Oh. That sounded pretty chesty. Mixy, maybe? And you notice, but right before he goes up for that high note, we're back to lower in his range, very clean phonation, and then he has this gorgeous high A before going into the second chorus.
'Cause there's nothing like your love to give me.
I think that's chest voice.
It's Tennessee whiskey. You're a sweet strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy.
Oh, he added a riff. Also, he went down on a different vowel. Usually it's whatever it is. This one he was much more towards like true vowel warm. So that's just an interesting take. Usually he has that really bright, real country This time, sorry if I keep making this computer bounce around. This webcam I got's much nicer than my old one, but it's also kind of heavy. And currently it's sitting on top of the computer, so it kind of wobbles a bit. So I'm currently looking into like a perfectly adjusted tripod that I can have it in the same place, but not affecting the computer. So apologies if when I'm pausing and such, it's rocking a bit back and forth, but I will have that fixed soon.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy.
As a glass. What does he do there? He adds a little like 5-note riff.
You're as warm as a glass of brandy.
As a glass. Something like that. Really awesome. It's like as if we didn't have enough riffing before.
Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
They sound so good together. Amazing. Give me that solo. Oh. I love how stripped down and pulled back they've made everything so that everything is more subtle. It's like bass is chilling, drums are chilling, and it's this very smooth guitar. I'm now about 8 months into learning guitar. Still bad. Still very bad. But I can play a bunch of chords decently now. And I because it just unfortunately can't be a priority for me right now, but I am practicing when I can. But the more I play, the more I appreciate guitar, and I still can't really tell who's like exceptional and who's just really good. But I just have so much appreciation after learning, because it's actually a very difficult instrument to get good at. I still need, and let me know in the comments if you would like to see this, if I could convince him to do it. YouTube is not his thing for sure, but I have a friend named George who's truly, I would say, humble opinion, one of the great up-and-coming guitarists in Nashville right now, making a full living as a professional guitar player, very dedicated player, practices all the time, absolutely phenomenal musician, and I would love to get him on for like a video like this and then just kind of pass him the torch for the guitar section so we could break down absolutely everything that's happening from a guitar standpoint. So I'm going to try and rope him into that at some point. It'd be much better if we could be in the same location. Right now he's in Nashville. I'm in Santa Barbara, then I'll be in Phoenix. we're kind of both as musicians all over the place all the time. But let me know below if you'd want to see that. I think it could be actually a really cool collaboration. So I'll just sit here and appreciate not really knowing the nuance of Chris's talent. But I absolutely cannot play what he's doing. That is for damn sure. Come on. Ooh, another little change. Instead of a riff, glass of brandy, just a little like slide. Oh, what are we doing? Yeah, I think he got up for a second to that C sharp. I love that. I love all the differences here than what's in the original. Ooh, you hear that grit come in, that little grit in that upper belt range. Yes, sir.
It's Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Oh, Tennessee whiskey. You're right smooth. It's Tennessee whiskey. Tennessee whiskey. Oh, Tennessee whiskey. Thank you all so much. You've been a wonderful audience. Good night.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely one of the best. One of the best singers, one of the best artists, one of the best songwriters alive. Absolutely sensational. In this program here, me and all the opera singers are doing a cabaret, and we're singing totally non-opera music. And it's so funny because if you train as an opera singer, you build this incredible foundation of singing to where you can sing a bunch of different genres. But we're really only good at singing opera. Like, we're really only professional at singing opera. Like, thankfully, I'm singing Johnny Cash in the show. So if I were to do anything non-opera professionally, it would have to be something like low country music. But it's just funny because, like, this program, this level we're at, it's different. There's, like, early 20s to kind of, I'm, like, on the older end of things because I came back to this program just to sing a specific role. So I'm kind of right on, like, I'm at a professional level now. Like that's my main thing is professional opera singing. And some of these people are younger, they're going to their master's degrees or whatever, all very talented. But it's just funny because everyone's amazing, for their age at singing opera. And we're all just kind of doing our best in the cabaret. And like some people are pretty good, like we sound fine. We sound fine singing all the pop songs and more gospel-y songs and Folsom Prison, but like no one is singing as well as like Chris Stapleton just sang Tennessee Whiskey, which I know is obviously a high standard, but like you really do, like everyone has their natural gifts and then you can train them up. And so, if you spend your whole life every day training to be an opera singer, you will build like incredible breath support and vocal strength and stuff, but the way you sing opera is objectively different than the way you sing country or Elton John or whatever. And so you really can only apply so much from the diligent opera training to these other styles. So it's just funny. It's going to be a great show. Everyone's going to crush it. But it was just a funny observation hearing everyone yesterday. I was like, oh, like everyone's doing well. This is good. Like we're doing our best. No one's singing like professional pop singers. Anyway, it's just a really funny observation yesterday. It's going to be an incredible show. Like, I'm very excited about it. Everyone's buzzing about it because it's really fun for us to do something not opera, right? And no one expects us to be as good as the people that sang the song originally. Like, no one expects Elton John's voice to pop out on stage. Like, come see us in the opera. You know, that's where we are singing on a fully professional level. Anyway, funny observation I wanted to mention at the end of this video as I was going through. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. Can't believe I had never seen this live performance. Really, really, absolutely loved it. Loved all the differences between this and the original. The recorded version. Loved seeing him sing live and just seeing how well he performs live. I have actually seen him live. There was a big benefit concert years ago, and I got to see him do a couple songs, which is amazing. It's just so cool to see him. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys gained some value and appreciation for Chris Stapleton, one of the great singers and songwriters of this generation. If I enhanced your experience a lot, please do consider joining my Patreon. For as little as $3 a month, you get early access to all my videos, every single one, all the long form stuff, so interviews, reaction analysis, music videos when I do them. You get access to my private Discord server. You can actually message me and I will respond. It's the only places that you can kind of guarantee interaction with me at this point. So that's cool. That's why a lot of people join. A lot of people join just to support because they like what I'm doing on the channel. They don't do it for the benefits at all. So that's wonderful too. And then if you scale up the tiers, you get more and more very cool benefits. Obviously, the more you donate per month, the more you get. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. This was really fun for me. If you want to hear more Chris Stapleton or more country or more stuff kind of off what I've been covering for the last couple of years, please do let me know. Comment below. I do read all the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.